Normally when I have a bunch of jobs of the same type come in 1 week, it reminds me to talk to you guys about what causes the fault that brings that car in the first place, why it happens, and the easiest way to fix it. So catch me over at the other part of the shop and I'll show you what that's all about. We're going to be talking about C5 headlight motors today. Hey everybody, let's talk about those C5 headlight motors, okay? Two things you have to understand right at the get-go. They use two different designs of headlight motor in the 97 to 04 model year run. So you have the full metal-bodied headlight motor similar to the one used 88 to 96 in the C4s. This one, the cap screws down, it's held in place with bolts, and the metal motor bolts to the metal housing. Very strong, very heavy. 97 through 99 Corvettes use this motor. Then in 2000, they switched to a smaller, lighter motor. It has the metal body still, the metal motor, but the body of the actual gear housing is plastic. And that causes some additional problems, which is why the kits used to rebuild these motors are different. Now let's talk about failure points, okay? Inside each of these motors is a plastic gear with a rubber insert. Flexible, looks like this. This metal shaft has 4 prongs that go into one of each of these holes, and that's what locks this mechanism in and makes it turn. There's a worm gear that runs through this shaft and runs on the edge of this gear. The problem is, over time, these little precise holes in the rubber wear into great big sloppy holes in the rubber, which means instead of this moving precisely, it can shift when the motor is actuating your headlight. What that causes is it starts letting the worm gear cause a divot. Right here you see those missing teeth, and all of a sudden now instead of your headlights going up and down smoothly, they go up smoothly, but when they come down you get that brrrr sound that all Corvette owners know. Now, to fix that, not terribly difficult, but there are 2 separate kits. For the earlier 97 to 99 model, you just have the replacement gear, the replacement rubber, and a replacement cork gasket. You can see the edge of that cork gasket right there that seals this when you have it apart. This is not difficult. We actually are going to do a video on how to do this job in the relatively near future because more and more people are doing their own headlight motors on those cars. Skipping back to the 2000 to 2004 motors, no gasket because the plastic body has this cap here that is actually glued in place from the factory. So when I go in to rebuild this, I'm actually going to go in there with a screwdriver and break that glue contact all the way around. This pops off and falls away. Great, easy access. Here's the problem. There is no glue on the face of this planet that I've ever found that will actually hold that once I put it back together. It may hold it for a week, may hold it for a month, but eventually this is going to pop off and all of a sudden your new gear is going to get eaten up because it's not being held in place. That's why when we sell the repair kit, the gear and the rubber replacement for this, it also comes with this additional brace. And the way that works is when you reassemble the motor in the headlight, this brace bolts on right here over the top of that, thereby securing this cover to where it cannot come off again. Very important. If you need to do your headlights and you have a 2000 to 2004 and the kit that you're looking at does not come with additional brace, do not buy that kit because it's not going to work for an extended period of time. If the kit has the additional brace, odds are it will do just fine. Now, one of the other things you have to look at in the 2000 to 2004 is the way that this metal motor mounts with the plastic gear housing. Basically, you have four little fingers, metal fingers, that are basically folded over and hold this motor here and here onto the body. The problem is, you can see it on this one, you start getting movement as these fingers relax. And if this is moving, that means the shaft in here is moving, which helps kill your gear. The way to avoid that in the future is, while you have this out to be rebuilt, take a pair of pliers and make sure that these teeth here and here are as tight as they can be to eliminate that wobble. If you have additional headlight questions or additional headlight problems that you don't understand, you can always get a hold of me at 800-886-5064 or at Lyle@CorvettePartsCenter.com. Make sure you like and subscribe under this video so that I can continue to keep giving you guys the skinny on how to fix your Corvettes correctly and economically. I look forward to hearing your comments.